Ladies and gentlemen, Keiki here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is up. It's been pretty grindy, downy type of days last week. So almost said down, but actually market was actually down throughout the entirety of today. You can see that here, but looks like the last hour we did see that move. So market is up 0.2% on the S&P, Nasdaq, and semiconductor led the way. I think this is the second day or second time this month, I believe, that the semis and the Nasdaq leading the entire market. It's good to see. However, Dow and the small caps are down a little bit. Banks down about 1%. Energy's down a little bit. Transport down 1%. Biotech's down a little bit. Pharmaceuticals are pretty much flat. We got emerging market up a little bit. Grayscale Bitcoin did see that pop there today, up 7%. Gold, silver, miners slightly red today all throughout, and we got the dollar pretty much flat. Oil green, little green slightly there, and the treasury bond is down about a 1%. VIX popped a little bit. Let's stick with the spider 65-minute chart here. And so it looks like, okay, so this is where we closed yesterday, right? And then we saw that little very slight gap up, got faded very quickly, and then we fluctuated on the second hour, and it looks like market decided that they're gonna find some support in this vicinity right here. So you can see that on the fourth hour we saw that finally that bullish engulfing candle, a follow through, and then on the last hour it looks like everybody's catching up and trying to get on that new all-time high prices here. So it looks like an unusually high or big or long candle there, because we haven't seen a candle that big before, I don't think, especially in this grind stage we've been in last week and a half or so. So it's a shaved top here, right? You can see that the market closed the day without much of a selling. Short sellers, getting squeezed and forced to cover, and some chasers maybe chasing up here, hoping that they would see some kind of follow through to the upside. And we really need to see a follow through, because as you can see, ever since we saw that move here, so we saw that downturn, got back up, gap up, and we saw that rally here, but there was no follow through to the upside. And then we saw that move here, we initially gapped up, no follow through. We saw that minute move here, and then there was an initial gap up next day, no follow through. We saw that big gap up next day, big first hour move, no follow through. We saw that pullback and then a move towards the end of the hour on Friday, no follow through. Today we making a move, and we really need to see a follow through, because entire week last week we've seen some of these bullish moves, but we have not seen a follow-through move on the following day. And that's probably the reason why my oscillator has not been able to find any kind of traction because of this. Because you need to see a follow-through. And follow-through is a good thing, because we need follow-through for the trend to be established and find that traction. So hopefully we can see that follow-through going into tomorrow. I think that will be important. We got a couple, I moved my pivot here. We got the 424, right? That's definitely the prior resistance, potentially going to act as a new support should the price slide tomorrow. And the next pivot, obviously 423. My short-term moving average is currently residing at 422.76. All of those levels could provide support should there be any kind of shenanigan or decline going into this remainder week here. I check out the oscillator and see if we can extract any more information. So this has been the story. Remember what I just explained on the price section, right? Make a move, no follow through. Make a move, no follow through. Make a move, no follow through. Made a move here. If we can see a follow through move tomorrow, right? Continuing to stay up to the upside tomorrow. If we can see something like that, if we can see this oscillator actually seeing some kind of spread and advancement with confident look to the upside, there's a great chance the market is ready for higher prices, right? If not, if this thing continues here for I don't know how long it will, but then we could continue grind like this. And obviously you can see that the market is cultivating higher lows and higher highs. Essentially, we have to respect it, right? Keep in mind, the oscillator is a secondary thing. It's a supplement. It is the insubordinate to the price action. So despite the fact that the oscillator is continuing to grind here, right? And as you can see here, hasn't been find that traction. And some people might even look at that as a bearish divergence. It's not a clean bearish divergence because you see a lot of peaks here, so it's gonna lose its potency. A lot of this hitting, right? Hitting its peak there continually, so it's gonna lose a lot of its potency. That's why I'm not putting a lot of weight on that quote-unquote bearish divergence at this point. So we wanna, this is a reason why, you know, like I said before and last week, that we wanna continue to give benefit of the doubt to the buyers despite the fact that we are seeing the downturn on the oscillator. Basically what the oscillator is telling us that there isn't a good traction to the upside. We're just been grinding, and we saw that. But despite the fact that we saw all of those choppy sideways up and down move, you can see on the last hour today it made another new all-time highs. And the question is, how long can it continue, right? How long before we see any kind of meaningful correction? And that's been a question for about 4, 5, 6 months now. That's why it is a futile attempt to try to figure out when that meaningful correction is gonna come, but to stick with the trend and continue to give benefit of the doubt to the buyers as long as the market is continuing to cultivate and establish those higher lows and higher highs. Before I let you guys go, I made this special research report for my members, which I believe that the biggest market bubble is on its way. So about an hour and a half or so, video report. It's a comprehensive macro analysis, fundamental analysis, and the technical analysis, reasons of why I believe that there's gonna be this bubble where I have reasons to believe that we're nowhere near. A lot of people comparing that in today's move to 1990s, that we're already in this bubble that's gonna burst. In my research, in my findings, in my analysis, we're nowhere near 1990s yet, but I believe we're gonna go to a bubble that is gonna be even bigger than 1990s, maybe even faster. So if you wanna kind of take advantage of this report and maybe if you're thinking about joining Traders Club, you can follow the link under the description section below, and I will put that on the outro section there. You guys enjoy the rest of the evening. Let's see how the market plays out this week. Let's see if we can see a follow through. We'll go from there, and good luck trading tomorrow.